Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jackson Rosinski. Members of the Republican Party in counties all around the region in West Virginia and former senators are all voicing their opinions on the Republican closed primary system ahead of legislator meetings this weekend. Now, I spoke to both sides of the aisle on why a closed primary means so much for either parties.
Sometimes I feel like with a closed, sometimes can come from an area of fear, and I don't think that's necessary.
Closed Republican primary debates are increasing as lawmakers meet over the weekend to discuss it.
Those that want a closed primary want to make sure that the candidates that are being fielded are somebody that they feel are a Republican, in true as far as their values.
The change for closed Republican primaries was approved in 2024, but does not go into effect until this year's Republican primary. The rise in independent voters in the state is what people who don't want a closed primary say is the main reason why it should be open.
They have always, kind of sided with us, and they might not want to, change their registration to be Republican. Why should we shut those out?
Democrat delegates are in support of closing the Republican primary.
I can't comment on what the Republicans are doing or why they're doing it. I know on our side, with the West Virginia Democratic Party, we want more people coming in. Yeah. We want to bring more people in, and the fastest growing voting bloc are independent, unaffiliated voters, and they are welcome to vote in our primary. They just need to request our ballot.
If you have an open or a closed primary, you can still get to that choice by making sure that the candidates that you're putting forth in that area are good candidates. I don't feel personally that we need a closed primary, but I understand where some of those folks are coming from.
The Republican Executive Committee in Kanawha County is one who does support a closed primary. They say, quote, "At a time when party unity, clarity of values, and voter trust are paramount, it is essential that Republicans stand together in defense of a closed primary. The Republican Party must retain the right to determine its own nominees without outside influence. Closing the primary accomplishes this goal, and we urge the State Executive Committee to stand with President Trump in opposition to non-Republicans voting in our primary." Lawmakers will meet over the weekend to discuss keeping the closed Republican parties or open them in the future.
Now, Monongalia County Republicans are against the closed primaries as well, saying it creates an unnecessary barrier that discourages participation and risks lower turnout that harms Republican candidates. A closed primary specifically only allows you to vote if you are registered with that party. Now, those registered as unaffiliated that is, or independent, you're not able to vote in the primary if it's closed. West Virginia GOP lawmakers will meet over the weekend, and the fate of Republican primaries being open or closed will be on that agenda.